Ty Spiritual, and I'm back with another video, man. Simple. Now, December 21st, the Great Conjunction has came and gone. And what I knew would happen happened yesterday. Now, you guys that tuned into my live stream, that was absolutely incredible. We did a global guided meditation stream for 6 hours. It was absolutely incredible. You guys heard me speak about some of the things I'm going to speak on now. But that live stream was like 6 hours. So I'm going to summarize December 21st. December 21st was never about all these physical things that people expected to happen. That came about because certain spiritual YouTubers and certain people on Twitter posted these things, and what it did was it inflated people's egos. It made them feel special. It made them feel superior because this is supposed to be happening to black people and not anybody else. So they ran with it, and it became trendy. So December 21st, the spiritual purpose, the astrology purpose, that got completely looked over. People only focused on the superpower factor. And because those things didn't happen, and I knew they would, I knew they were not going to happen. People are now angry at spirituality. People are now angry at spiritual YouTubers. Don't believe me? Go look at Spiritual Soul's most recent video. You will find my comment. It has like over 600 likes, I think. Look at how people were talking to me, and the only thing I did was post something positive about December 21st and its ascension. That's how angry people are. Now, I know a lot of you guys know that I've made videos on Von 2 Cut, Foster eBay. I have. When I was making those videos, a few people always said, focus on yourself. Don't worry about them. Focus on yourself. Now you see why it's important for somebody who has a platform that is speaking about spirituality. When they see something like people saying the sun is going to go out, black people getting powers, reptilians come back, non-melanated people burning. Now you see why it's very important that somebody that has a spiritual platform speak on that. Because if you don't, that false information gets spread like wildfire, and there's nobody clearing it up. The spiritual community has taken a hit. It's lost credibility to people that don't know much about spirituality. Because if you know about spirituality, you knew there was never a possibility for the sun to go out. It boggles my mind that somehow these guys, Foster eBay said it, Von 2 Cut said it, NLE Chopper said it. I know that for a fact. It boggles my mind how some people let those guys convince them that something like the sun going out for 3 days and coming back on was possible. If you know basic science, again, I'm not bashing nobody, but just a basic understanding of how stars work will tell you and show you that was never possible. December 21st was an energetic shift. We did a global meditation live yesterday, and that energy was amazing. What that energy did yesterday, it amplified what you already are. Let me give you an example. Somebody came in the stream commenting, why is it so easy for me to get angry today? Why is it so easy for me to get mad? Like I'm snapping. That's because your emotional state was being multiplied from the energy of the Great Conjunction. Now, I even experienced that myself. I was trying to set up my stream, and then something aggravated me. But I got way angrier than I normally would. So that's why the Great Conjunction affected your mental state, your vibration. That was the change, an energetic change. Whatever you were yesterday was amplified. If you was raising your vibration up until that day, eating healthy, your vibration just at least doubled. And it's going to stay there. Raising the vibration, being spiritual, your vibration just raised. Okay? Now for people that are not spiritually aware, December 21st, that energy didn't harm them, but it kind of urged them deep down to start moving towards spiritually awakening. Okay? So now it's going to be very hard to be a spiritual YouTuber for a lot of people if they can't take criticism and hate. I can take it. I've been there. But a lot of these people, a lot of these YouTubers are now seen as false prophets. Spiritual YouTubers are false prophets. You got to understand. And I seen a guy came in my comments yesterday. He was like, you guys need to start spreading misinformation. I'm like, hold on, you guys, you can't loop me in with something that Von 2 Cut and Foster eBay said when I didn't even say anything. I didn't even agree with anything they said. I never said the sun was going to go out. I never said aliens were going to come back. I never said black people were going to get superpowers. Everybody that has been subscribed to me knows my perspective on December 21st. An energetic shift. A lot of people say they didn't feel anything. Well, they were focusing on the physical too much, looking for big changes. Because you see, in today's society, a lot of people want things microwave. Nobody want to put in the work. So when you got people like NLE Chopper guaranteeing that the sun is going to go out for 3 days and that an alien invasion is going to happen, people, because he has a large platform, see that he's saying spiritual, he's attached himself to spiritual. So when he turns out to be a liar, people like Von 2 Cut saying all those things turn out to be a liar. People like Foster eBay, who said the sun was guaranteed the sun was going to go out. When those things turn out to not be true, that taints the spiritual community. Okay? Because you got to understand. And again, I'm not saying I'm against any of these guys, but people must be held accountable for what they say, because that's how credibility is maintained. I don't guarantee things that I know won't happen. So back to my point. There was already people that were against this spirituality. There was already people. Plenty of them that were against it. Give me 1 second. Make sure my phone don't overheat. There were plenty of people against spirituality. They were just looking for a reason to condemn it, to say it's not true. And they seen a couple of these guys and a couple of these Twitter accounts saying they're spiritual, saying all these things that sound completely crazy, like the sun going out, all melanated people, all non-melanated people burning, black people getting superpowers, all these things. They seen that and say, okay, that's what we're going to use to discredit them. Not knowing that a lot of these people that were speaking like that only speak of spirituality for the popularity, because it's trendy. Because people that are truly spiritual understand how important yesterday was. So when it comes to spiritual YouTubers being false prophets, understand that not everybody that you may watch may be living the way that they tell you that they're living. On social media, they may be doing all this, doing all that. When the camera's off, they're a different person. What December 21st did was, it showed who's really spiritual and who's really just speaking on things because it gets them revenue, likes, tweets, comments, subscriptions, whatever. Okay? So what December 21st was, December 21st was a much needed energetic shift. It multiplied your vibration. If you didn't feel anything, that's because you haven't raised your vibration enough to sense energy, to sense the energy that you carry. And that's okay if you haven't, okay? But a lot of people, if you're uploading spirituality, talking about the new earth, people don't even understand it. New earth, let me break this down. The new earth is 5D. 5D is a dimension. We're in the 3D right now. Humans have access to the 3D, 4D. I'm giving you an example. Like I did on stream. You got a ceiling fan, right? You got the little propellers on the side of it, okay? That's when that ceiling fan is spinning low. That's 3D. You can see when it's spinning at a low speed. You can see those propellers, all right? That's 3D. That's what you're in. You're able to perceive it. 5D would be like hitting the switch and turning it to the max. It's spinning so fast you can't see the propellers anymore. That speed is vibration. Those propellers are the 5th dimension. You can't witness things because it's vibrating at a much higher frequency than you. Okay? So I see people talking about they're in the 5D, they're in the 5D. I wouldn't be able to communicate with you. I just wouldn't. I would not. When people talk about how the mind's just up and disappeared, they raise their vibration enough to the point they ascended to a new dimension. This new earth is not fake. It's not fake. This ascension is not fake. Sadly, a lot of people will think that it's fake now because these guys came on there and put out that type of information. And again, they must be held accountable. Now, this is like, I'm not trying to make this video about like talking about and bashing YouTubers, but this has to be said because people are upset. Again, go look at my comments on Spiritual Souls video. Now when you go to his video, don't go back and forth with those people in the comments. Don't even waste your time doing that. But you see how angry people are. And the sad thing is they didn't even realize them being angry yesterday, that feeling was being amplified by the Great Conjunction. Because again, that energy multiplied what you are. So it was very important for you to watch what you say, watch how you thought, and the things that you did yesterday, because your vibration was being bombarded by energy. All right. So anyways, to wrap this video up, December 21st is come and gone. That energetic shift was much needed. Black people did not get superpowers, never were. The sun that's shining on me right now did not go out for 3 days. It never was. It boggles me how people say they're spiritual and will get on social media and say things they know aren't true because it's going to get them views. Because when you are a spiritual YouTuber, you have a responsibility to give the people that watch you accurate, true information. Okay? So not everybody that says they're spiritual is truly living that way. A lot of these people, a lot of these guys are going to hit a wall. They are. Again, I'm not saying I'm the best spiritual YouTuber. No, I honestly don't like calling myself that, because when you say spiritual YouTuber, people loop you into the guys that were saying all that nonsense. Because people are coming in my comments talking about y'all need to stop lying about December 21st when they don't even know my track record on December 21st. Because again, if you go look at my most recent videos, you will know I never said anything about the sun going out, black people getting powers, and aliens coming back to this planet, and non-melanated people burning. But when I cleared up that misinformation, a lot of people were saying, man, just focus on you, don't worry about it. But I can't sit here and be idle while something as important as spirituality and being spiritual is becoming tainted because it's a few big people that have large platforms speaking on it just for the clout, just for the attention, just for the revenue. I can't stand idle by that. So a lot of people lost credibility yesterday. A lot of people lost credibility yesterday. And the sad thing is, most people will remember December 21st for the memes and the jokes and superpowers than the great energy shift that occurred on this planet. Because understand, something like the Great Conjunction, what we just experienced, won't happen for at least another 700 years. That means your kids won't experience this. You incarnated on this planet at this specific time so you can experience that energetic shift, so it can help you awaken. Okay? So anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. December 21st has come and gone. The energy was much needed. I absorbed it. I felt it. If you guys haven't watched that global meditation from my stream yesterday, I got the timestamp in the title. Go look it up. But a lot of these guys you guys love and watch, they're popular. They aren't who you think they are. And yesterday showed that, because I seen, and a lot of people seen, a lot of backtracking. Because if you're going to say something like that, if you're going to guarantee something like that, at least stand by what you say. Some people just stop talking about it altogether. They just stopped talking about it. They just, oh, they said the sun was going to go out. Didn't hear them say anything about that up until this day once it got close. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Remember, we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. I'm making sure I got everything. But again, if you guys really want to know true information about the new earth, about this ascension, about star seeds, go on YouTube right now. Type in Dolores Cannon, Dolores Cannon, 3 Ways of Volunteers. You're going to see a live stream that she did, or a video, that's about 2 hours long. In the thumbnail, she's sitting in like an orange couch. You'll see it. Watch that. Now, she has books, but I don't recommend you guys that are new to spirituality read those yet, because they go in great depth and they may give you information you're not ready to hear. But on YouTube, she's put out a lot of videos that's anybody's able to process that information, okay? So Dolores Cannon, 3 Ways of Volunteers, and New Earth. You'll see her speak of these things. This is not a joke. This is not fake. This is real. Humanity is ascending. For the people that think spirituality is BS now and fake, let them be. Don't try to convince them, because if you have to convince them of spirituality, you're not doing anything for them. Because if you can convince them of this, somebody else can convince them of otherwise. Nobody can't convince me spirituality is not the truth, because I experienced it and I know it. Strive to know, not to believe. All right? So a lot of these people are going to call spiritual YouTubers false prophets. I know I'm going to get labeled in as a spiritual YouTuber, and people are going to associate it with the people that said all this nonsense. But that's cool. You know why? Because you guys that watch me, you know who I am. You know what I guaranteed. You know how I felt about December 21st. And that's the main thing that matters to me. Anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys go get in the sun, go get in nature, keep raising your vibration. Even though people may call you a weirdo even more now, people may call you stupid, crazy even more now, be that person. And I'm not telling you to go out here and be violent and crazy, no. Just be who you are. That's all you can be. Be who you are. Don't worry about what they say. Because at the end of the day, they're going to have to awaken either in this lifetime or the next. I'm going to end this video by saying this. For those that ascend and make this vibrational shift, and again, there's no due date for this, but for those that do that, you will experience a different reality altogether, like nothing you've ever experienced in your life. For those that fail the 3rd dimension, you will not be allowed to reincarnate on Earth, because the 3rd dimension won't exist on Earth. And because you didn't pass that class, that grade, you didn't graduate, you're going to have to repeat it. Repeat it on another planet in a 3rd dimension. Okay? Anyways, again, you don't have to literally focus on these things. Am I ascending? Am I ascending? Am I ascending? No, you don't have to focus on these things. I see people in the comments saying, I've been doing all these things, I don't feel like my vibration is raising. Don't focus on raising your vibration. Just do the things you should be doing. And those feelings and that realization will come to you naturally. Okay? Because when you're focusing on feeling something that you don't exactly know how it should feel, the things that you are experiencing, you'll look over, because you're just looking for the big change. Okay? So anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. All spiritual YouTubers are not false prophets and are not fake. They are not. The sad thing is, because of a few saying these crazy off-the-wall things about December 21st, a lot of people that were against spirituality or didn't know anything about spirituality completely see it as demonic, evil nonsense. Okay? I see people in the comments of videos pushing the Bible even more now, because they see that the spiritual community has taken a hit. But for those of you that are truly spiritual, you know the whole superpowers thing was just a ploy and a distraction. This is something. My spiritual teacher, Spiritual Hope, was streaming up until December 21st. At 11:59, December 21st was not trending at all. Soon as 12 o'clock hit, I mean a second, December 21st shot to the #1 trend. There's no way that many people started tweeting that fast. No way at all. Twitter and mainstream media knew what this shift really was. But let's change the narrative and make it about something that is not. It's being about black people getting superpowers. Okay? So the real reason why December 21st happened and the real energy shift that taken place, that will never trend. But that's superpowers and memes going crazy. Everybody posting superpowers and memes. Again, if you're aware and you want to joke, cool. But if you don't know what's going on and you're sitting here joking, that's sad, because that shows you still have a long way to go. Okay? That's the issue. Everything is funny to people. Everything, people want to joke. Everybody want to joke, just have a good time. Joking has, the reason humanity is going through all these things we're going through right now is because people been joking too much, being idle too much, being spiritually ignorant too much. It's time to wake up and get serious. I'm not telling you to not have any fun at all, but it's time to get serious. It really is. The fact that those memes trended heavier than the actual purpose of December 21st, the energetic shift, that's sad. That really is sad. But from what I seen yesterday, all of the young people that were in my live stream that are striving to become truly spiritual, it's hope for this planet. It really is. So anyways, understand that it's going to be harder for you to be spiritual now, talk about spiritual things, because people may try to loop it into December 21st, but simply tell them, those people that said those things about December 21st do not represent me. They do not represent the spiritual community. They do not. Because somebody who truly cares about spirituality and how and keeping spirituality credible would have never said those things, because they knew they weren't going to happen the moment they said them. And that's why they backed off of them before it came. Or now they're backtracking after it didn't happen. Anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Remember, we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. Ty Spiritual signing out, bro. Simple.